free dispersed camping in the Mark Twain National Forest in Missouri. This is where we stayed last night. We're going to be going through the park today. Yeah, look at on that road. Hello, faithful people. I'm Maureen.
I'm Gary, and we're going up and down and over and around and through Mark Twain National Forest in Missouri. On our Roads of Faith.
Where we stayed last night was at the Victory School Trail. It was off of Highway 60, about 12 miles out of Poplar Bluff, Missouri. So we're at the very bottom of the National Forest last night. There's horse trail and walking trail for people too. So that goes through there. And somebody with a horse just left. But yeah, this was our surroundings last night. Once in a while you can hear the highway, like you can hear in the background a little bit now. But most of the time it was just birds, crickets, and some frogs. Must be a little creek or a marsh or something down below. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. The road is gravel for about a mile going into it because you get off of Highway 60 in this case, and it's just a gravel road that goes back there. But the gravel road going back there was nicer and smoother than some of the interstate we've been on the last couple of days, so not a problem at all. And there were a lot of nice homes back in here along the way, so we knew there were people nearby if we needed anything, and we had cell service. Go figure. All the cell problems we've been having, and we had cell service back there. Oh well, anyway, God is good. Oh, and it was awesome. There are actually 9 sections to the state forest throughout the state in Missouri. So most of it's towards the southern part, going all the way across from east to west, but it goes up several places. So we were in one of the most southern ones, and Highway 60 and Highway 67. I was looking at a map just now, and so where we parked was awesome. When we got there, we called the ranger, the number that was on the board when we got there, and told them that we were there, gave them the description of our vehicle and our phone number, and we never heard anything back or anything. We found the site on freecampsites.net, and there are so many of them dispersed throughout the National Forest here. So all you have to do is put down an area, general area, which in our case we put down Poplar Bluff, and then it brought up all these locations. And then when you click on the location that you want to go to, it'll also give you the GPS markings, which is really important because none of them are marked to go camping in there. None of them, they don't have signs or anything like that. You just have to have the GPS coordinates, so you can get those when you click on whichever one you choose. So that's really nice. Last night, I wish my camera would do a decent filming of night sky, because the stars last night were absolutely amazing. There was no light pollution, and it was, all you could see was a little bit of an outline of the trees around us, and then the stars were just wow, and so quiet. And you know, just heard some frogs and some crickets and a couple birds, and it's pretty nice. Didn't really want to leave, but we must move on. So that's what we're doing. Heading up towards St. Louis today. Taking the St. Louis bypass on 270, and we are definitely on the right side of the road. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon. Oh, crumb. Well, at least we're still moving. The other side is moving pretty slow. We decided not to go down by the arch because we've been in the arch before. The St. Louis Arch is definitely something to go see. I really, the park around it is beautiful. It's right on the Mississippi, and it also has a really neat museum down below that is free admission, and they have the history of St. Louis and of that area, and it's pretty cool. We went there with all 4 of our kids 2 different times, so well worth it if you can do that. Quite a contrast from last night, huh?
Reminds you of Sacramento. LA. Phoenix.
Gary and I were just remembering a few more things we saw in St. Louis, the different trips we've taken there. It is well worth going there as a family or a couple. But there was also the Bush Farms. There was, Anheuser-Busch Farms, and they had the Clydesdale horses. They had, we went to the St. Louis Zoo. We went to a place that was like you drive through it, and it was like a animal reserve of some kind. I can't remember the name of it now, but anyway, there's plenty to do here. Besides getting stuck in traffic. I see a lot of red. Brake.
Get there.
That's a weird signal. I almost can't see it. Okay, so I put some coconut oil in a frying pan. We're gonna have eggs. It is late again. We do that a lot. And today I forgot to take bread out of the freezer. So, okay, so we're gonna try to do everything in one skillet. I've got frozen bread that I'm just going to put in here on the coconut oil. I'm going to get it soaked up good. You could do this with olive oil too, or butter if you want to use butter. We try to stay away from dairy as much as possible, but tonight we are going to have some Tillamook cheese. Okay. With our eggs. Okay, and that should brown the other side. We don't have electricity, so we don't have a toaster. So we're going to accomplish several things with this. And then I'm going to use up the rest of this. It's got kale and carrots and broccoli and Brussels sprouts and some other things in it. It's kind of like a cruciferous mix. And I got some Pink Lady apple cut up, and I'm going to put those together in the frying pan and saute it a little bit with some Italian dressing maybe or something. I don't know yet. We'll see. And then I'm going to make the eggs. Well, that'll be our side dish, and the toast and the eggs. Just the right thing to be eating at this time of the night. This is not the fastest way to toast your toast. It's been taking quite a while, but I finally got to that beautiful golden brown perfection, and now it's almost ready. I'm going to take them off, put them on a plate, and cover them up to keep them warm, and then I'll do the next. Okay, I've got the cruciferous mix in there with the apples. I'm going to drizzle a little Italian dressing on it. This is a non-GMO oil. Love it. And I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of that on there. And then when it's almost cooked, I'll slide it all over to the side, and then I'll make my eggs on the other half. One pan. That's the goal. Okay, so one pan failed. We are tilted a little bit too much, I think. We're in a parking lot right now in a Walmart. So that didn't work so well. So Gary's holding the pan up a little bit so I can film this. Pushed everything up there as far as I could go. I guess it all mixes in the stomach anyway, but...
Yep. Looking forward to that part too.
Yeah, it helps to be really hungry. But yeah, I added a little bit of olive oil to the eggs to get a little more fat in there. And yeah, so as soon as that's done, we're going to be eating. Alrighty. Yes, I put a little cheese on it. We use Tillamook cheese. That's all we've been using since we went to Tillamook. It's really good tasting cheese. So put a little bit of that on. It's been quite a while since I've had cheese. Gary has it once in a while, but I don't eat that very often. So that, and then the other stuff is all cooked through. And yeah, time to eat. Bon appetit.